This woman, even though she wasn't injured, put a band-aid on her forehead and used red liquid to fake the appearance of blood oozing from the wound. She planned to use her boss's sympathy to take revenge. The next day, the boss noticed her injury. Lee Yajing lied, claiming she was being stalked by a pervert, though she had already reported it to the police. She was still afraid the stalker would keep following her. That evening, the boss personally drove her home and even gave her a bottle of self-defense spray. This fit perfectly into Lee Yajing's plan. As soon as the boss dropped her off at her door, the pervert suddenly ran out. This left Lee Yajing somewhat disappointed. She wished it had been her father instead. Afterward, the boss thoughtfully sent her a message, reminding her that he had left a baseball bat by her door.
모든 일에는 이용 가치가 있다. 사소하게 보이는 일도 어떻게 이용하느냐에 따라 완벽한 타이밍을 만들 수 있는 것처럼.
The next day, she deliberately messaged her father, asking him to come by at 8 p.m. to pick up some money. She also made sure the house was messy. She thought the boss would offer to take her home, but to her surprise, the boss suggested that Lee Yajing stay at his place, and even arranged a ride for her. However, halfway there, Lee Yajing asked the driver to change direction, and sent a message to the boss, saying she needed to go home to grab something. The boss simply told her to be careful and didn't seem to have any intention of joining her. Reluctantly, Lee Yajing returned home, but she was already prepared. As soon as she stepped inside, her father urged her to get the money quickly. But Lee Yajing started playing the role of a loving daughter, insisting that her father wear the hat she had carefully selected for him. Her father was suspicious, but he didn't understand what Lee Yajing was up to. Yet, in order to get the money, he reluctantly played along. What he didn't know was that it was this very hat that would give Lee Yajing the opportunity to eliminate him, her wicked biological father. As soon as her father put on the hat, he impatiently urged Lee Yajing to hurry and get the money. But instead of money, she gave him a pile of scrap paper. In the end, Lee Yajing succeeded in enraging her father. She seized the moment to call the boss. The boss picked up the phone but heard no response from Lee Yajing. He grew worried and decided to drive over. While on the way, he kept calling her, but the calls wouldn't go through. He had no choice but to call the police, though he didn't know her exact address. Meanwhile, Lee Yajing was nearly at her breaking point, but the cafe was only a 10-minute drive away, and to turn things around, she had to hang on. Seeing her father losing patience, she lied, claiming the money was in the bathroom. Her father immediately rushed in to search. Taking the opportunity, Lee Yajing pulled out the self-defense spray and sprayed it at her father. However, once her father recovered, he retaliated even more fiercely. At that moment, the boss finally arrived downstairs. Seeing that Lee Yajing was about to be tortured to death by her father, the boss, in a fit of rage, grabbed the baseball bat